one for you.
There were young lieutenants.
Did you bring a wreath? There's one over there we think spare.
Something quite different, but he had the fake picture. Wrong place. Someone's taken out. Sweets ready to go, haven't you? Yes, thank goodness. Pity, but.
Right, good.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure now to introduce the Vice President of the Vietnam Veterans Association of Australia, Pete Ryan.
Good afternoon on this typical Vietnam Veterans Day in our nation's capital. You know how important it is for our people to have you join us on this special day. Late last year we mourned the loss of a champion fighter for veterans' causes, Tim McCoo. So incumbent upon me to remind you of why we're here. Commemoration of our 521 war dead, whose names are enshrined in our magnificent memorial.
Peter Gilson, 1st Battalion, Royal Australian Regiment. William Goldrick, 1st Australian Reinforcement Unit, Phuoc Tuy Province. Bogdan Warsic, Royal Australian Navy. Anthony Lyle, 1st Field Squadron, Royal Australian Engineers. Braw Peterson, 1st Battalion, Royal Australian Regiment, Bencat Province. Michael Hannaford, C Squadron, 1 Armoured Regiment, Bien Hoa Province. Richard Tiny Parker, 1st Battalion, Royal Australian Regiment, Bien Hoa Province. Alan Bloxham, 9 Squadron, Royal Australian Air Force, Phuoc Tuy Province, 31st of March 1971, aged 28. Reginald Hillier, 1st Battalion, Royal Australian Regiment, Vodat, Binh Thuy Province, 29th of November 1965, aged 26.
From the arrival of the Australian Army training team in 1962 to the final withdrawal of the Embassy Guard 11 years later, over 60,000 Australians served in Vietnam. 521 of them died. This year marks a half-century since the first contingent, the 1st Battalion, Royal Australian Regiment, departed. And today marks the 49th anniversary of the Battle of Long Tan. It was at Long Tan that 108 Australian and New Zealand soldiers prevailed in the pouring rain against an estimated 2,000 North Vietnamese and Viet Cong troops. As their commander, Lieutenant Colonel Harry Smith, said, although nowhere near the same scale, Long Tan will be remembered alongside Kap Yong, Tobruk and Gallipoli. As always, victory came at a high price. At Long Tan, at Fire Support Base Coral, at Fire Support Base Balmoral, at Bin Ba, and in countless contacts and firefights throughout that war, Australian soldiers proved themselves worthy successors to the Anzacs.
It is indeed a special privilege for Marlena and me to be here today in the presence of fellow Vietnam veterans and those who supported us to take part in this very special ceremony at our Australian Vietnam Forces Memorial. Few events in the history of Australia so greatly divided its people as the Vietnam War. It was the longest war in modern history. It raised political passions and moral controversy throughout the Western world and in this country. We honour all our veterans, those who did not return, and those who returned hurt in body or mind. None should ever be forgotten, and none will, nor indeed will the families and loved ones who supported us through thick and thin and still do. Thank you all for being here. God bless you all.
When at home or away through darkest night or longest day, we'll
Now, in honour of the century-old link between the armed forces of New Zealand and Australia, we ask you to please stand and join in singing the national anthems of New Zealand and then Australia.